This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
There's strong support for a fund drive to replace a stolen wheelchair-accessible swing at a local playground. Find out how you can help next. Hi everyone, I'm Ken Karen. I thank you for watching. Here's your local information. The All One Foundation in Wilkes-Barre and Allied Services in Clark Summit have stepped up to help with a fund drive to replace a stolen wheelchair-accessible swing at a Hazleton playground. The Hazleton Standard Speaker started the drive this week with a $500 donation to replace the swing at the Aunt Miller Playground. Lisa Sugart has more on this story in today's news feature.
Be so cruel as to steal a wheelchair accessible lift for a playground. That's exactly what happened at the Alt Miller Playground in Hazleton. Mayor Jeff Cassad is here to tell us all about it. Mayor, what went through your mind when you found out that this lift was stolen, something that took the Hazleton Lions Club 2 years to raise money for 2 of those lifts?
We only have 2 pieces of equipment throughout the city that could be utilized by children in wheelchairs. We put one on that side of town, one on the other side of town, and to hear that one of them has disappeared and probably used for scrap metal, it was really disheartening. We had a lot of people reach out to us, Standard Speaker being one of them, and they want to help. And the vision of Hazleton was always to create a whole park for handicapped children. So this really set us back, and hurts to see what happened.
Well, I'm glad to see that the Hazleton Standard Speaker, our media partner, has stepped up to the plate as one of the kind people interested in replacing that. John Patton is the operations manager at the Standard Speaker. John, you heard about this and you said this can't be left like this. You wanted to replace it.
Yeah, I happened to be at dinner with my wife when the notice came through, and being a high school basketball coach, my wife being a high school teacher, obviously we've seen how this pandemic has affected everyone, but especially the kids. And I'm sure there were people out there looking forward to the weather getting nice and being able to use this piece of equipment. And now that's not an option. And that's not something that should go that way. So made a call to my boss, Jim Lewandowski, told him we'd like to get involved. My wife and I have contributed as well. And it's just been, the outpouring has just been unbelievable. Just got off the phone about 5 minutes ago with the All One Charities. They will be stepping into it as well. So we'll do a follow-up story. We'll have some stuff available on how people can make donations.
How did they make a donation? How did they get involved with this?
Well, there's several ways. So obviously you can mail a check to the Hazleton Rec Department. You can send it into the Hazleton Standard Speaker, care of the Hazleton Rec Department. You can send it to the United Way. You can make the checks payable to the United Way and memo at that, for the Hazleton Rec Department. That will be a tax-deductible donation. All that will be available in an ad that's going to start running in the next day or so in the paper and online. And, we'll do follow-ups on how much we've raised and where the money's coming from. And we'll turn it over to the city, and the mayor can follow up on how it's used. And we'll see that, the community has got together. There's tons of worthwhile projects. This is just another one of them, but certainly it's in response to, something that, you can't, there's no logical way to make sense of what happened. The only thing that we can do is try and fix it.
Also joining me is Judy Urcho, a member of the Hazleton Lions Club, who was instrumental in helping to raise the money for this lift. And also it is utilized by your sister. So this is very special to you. What was your reaction when you heard that it was stolen?
Absolutely horrified. I just think that, the individual who did this it's got to be the low of the lowest that you could possibly be. And it had to be more than one person because of how heavy the swing is. It's just to take away from people who are disadvantaged and have disabilities, like one of the main things that they could actually do by themselves, like any other kid getting on it and getting pushed on the swing. It makes you sick. It really does. And our club is determined to replace it. Definitely to do that. They can take up send donations in, which I'll give you the link for. It's horrific, but hopefully we can make a negative into a positive by, seeing like everybody getting it together, because every time you talk about it, so I can't believe somebody did that, not to disable children.
But like you said, hopefully the negative will become a positive, because hopefully the community, which has always been so compassionate in any situation like this, will come to the aid, and maybe more swings can be purchased for additional parks as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's to see the joys on one little boy's face that was on that swing. That means everything. I mean, if it's just one child that he puts a smile on, it's worth every bit of effort.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Feisner's Ford in Freeland, who is celebrating 75 years in business. Give them a call at 570-636-3920, or you can log on to feisnersford.com.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast for the National Weather Service. On Thursday, showers and a possible thunderstorm, high in the 60s. Thursday night, showers and a possible thunderstorm will have a low around 50 degrees. Wind gusts could get as high as 21 miles per hour. Friday, a chance of showers, mainly before 7 a.m., partly sunny with a high near 60 degrees. Wind gusts as high as 34 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low in the 30s. Saturday is sunny with a high in the 50s. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low in the 40s. And then Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 70 degrees. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 50 degrees. The Hazleton Area High School baseball team is 13-0 after a win over Crestwood. For more local sports scores, check out the Standard Speaker. We have our in-depth sports and community features coming up, so please stay tuned.
SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Robert J. Bobolski of Hometown, the Stanley and Lasky Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Anthony M. Cameron, age 69, of Nescapec. A funeral service will be held on Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Firo Funeral Home. Friends may call on Thursday from 9 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home. Joseph D. Casey, age 77, of Hazleton. The Whitfield Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Anna M. Cicero, age 85, of Hazleton. A celebration of life will be held on Saturday at 11 a.m. at Word Family Church in Harwood. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Henry D. Galucci, age 82, of Hazel Township. Mass will be held on Thursday at 10 a.m. at Good Shepherd Church. Friends may call Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Jane V. Gregory, age 96, of Hazleton. Friends may call on Thursday from 11 a.m. until 12 noon at the Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home. Francis M. Cossack, age 89, of Hazleton. A graveside service will be held on Monday at 11 a.m. at St. Gabriel Cemetery. Joanne T. Mevitz of Hazleton. Services will be private under the Firo Funeral Home. Mary S. Meyer, age 99, of Beaver Meadows. Mass will be held on Friday at 10 a.m. at Our Lady of Lourdes Church. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Jeffrey P. Rossi, age 65, of Hazleton. Services will be private under the Firo Funeral Home. And Reverend Michael J. Urista of Jackson, New Jersey. Mass will be held on Friday at 12:30 p.m. at St. Michael's Byzantine Catholic Church in McAdoo. Friends may call Friday from 11:30 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. at the church. The Silverton Memorial Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.